Hello students, welcome back to your science class. So student, in the previous class in this chapter, that is control and coordination, we have started with the new chapter students, and we have understood the meaning of the control, we have understood the meaning of the coordination. Basically what happened, if anything means every object used to respond to any change. And what is this any change? It is actually the change that occur in temperature, in light, heat. These all are what? These are some of the changes that occur in our environment, and according to the change, the organism used to respond, and that response is called as response. Understood? So we can say here that according to the stimulus, the organism used to respond. Now see, if suppose you had given a hot utensil, when you touch the hot utensil, then you suddenly you just move your hand, or you pull your hand back, because it is hot, and that object, that hot utensil, is the stimulus because of the change in the temperature, and when you pull the hand, that is the response that you are showing to that particular stimulus. Everything like see, if we talk about Mimosa pudica, which is a kind of a plant, in Hindi we call it chui mui or touch me not. So when you touch it, what happened? It used to fold the leaves, and this is the kind of a response which is shown by the plant. Sunflower also shows some such kind of a response. So we have seen that the stimulus, they used to respond to the according to the stimulus, the organism used to respond to the stimulus. Now, if we are talking about the coordination only, so what happened? In order to respond anything, our part of the body, or different part of the body, they used to work together, and then they used to respond. This is called the coordination. Understood? It means in case of a coordination, here the organisms used to the different part of the body of the organism, they collectively respond to the stimulus, and that collective work together, that working together of the different organ, is called as the coordination. Talking about the coordination in animals, so in case of animals also the same thing happens. It means we used to respond according to the different kind of a stimulus, which are the changes that occur in our surrounding. And for that, students, we have seen that if we talk about the small animals like a unicellular animals, so they are having some cells which used to carry the information, and then the body used to respond according to the information. So this cell which used to carry the information, that is called as the nerve cells. And these nerve cells, they join to one another in order to form a system. That system is called the nervous system. So it is the nervous system which used to work and finally helping providing the information, and according to that our body responds. What happened in case of a higher organism, student? Not only the nervous system is involved, but the hormones are also responsible, and these hormones we will include it into endocrine system. So nervous system and endocrine system, both of them, they work together in order to provide the response, in order to coordinate themselves. Okay, so before we go and try to understand the nervous system, the nerve cells, we should know that what are the different sense organ which is present in our body. So the different sense organs, I have written yesterday also: eye, ear, nose, then our tongue is there, then our skin is there, and these are sense organ. Why they are called as a sense organ? It means these organs, they are having some sensitive cells, and these sensitive cells are called as receptors. It means these sense organs are having receptors in which the cells are sensitive to anything. Like if we are talking about that eyes are what? These are the sense, eyes are the sense organ. It means eyes consisting of a receptor, and that receptor is sensitive to something, and that something is a light. So we can say that eye is what? It is the sense organ, and here we are saying that it is also having a kind of a sensitive cells, and that sensitive group of a sensitive cell is called as receptor. So the kind of a receptor which it have is photoreceptor, and photoreceptor means what? That it is sensitive to light. It is sensitive to light. So light, if dark is there, if bright light is there, according to that our eye used to adjust, eye used to respond. You see student, if suppose you are going from a dark place to a lighter place, what happened? Your eyes used to shrink. Reason is, yeah, it contracts. The reason is that in order to protect our pupil from the excess amount of light will enter into our eye and harm it. So in order to protect our eyes, we used to contract. What happened when you are coming from a light to a dark place? Your eyes expand. So this helps us in telling that our eyes are sensitive to light, and according to light they used to respond. Next one is ear. Ear is also sense organ. Ear, they are sensitive to the sound. Okay. So they are having a receptor which is called as phonoreceptor. You have heard about the term phone. Phone means what? Which is related to hear something. When you hear something, that is a phono. So phonoreceptor, it means sensitive to sound. Sensitive to sound. So basically, in case of a ear, phonoreceptor, it is basically sensitive to sound. Okay. So we can say here that ear is also having a sensitive cells, and these sensitive cells, according to the sound, they used to respond. Then students, next one is smell, nose. Nose is also our sense organ, and obviously if they are a sense organ, they consisting of a sensitive cell, and the sensitive smell that they have, it is olfactory receptor. Olfactory receptor. What is this olfactory receptor? It means olfactory is something related to smell, something related to odor. So here we can say that it is sensitive to smell. It is sensitive to smell. So this kind of a receptor which is sensitive to smell is the olfactory receptor. And then taste. So tongue. You know that our tongue is also having some cells, students, in which the taste buds are there, and the taste bud help us in telling the kind of a taste. So gustatory receptor. Gustatory receptor. It means sensitive to touch. Sensitive to touch. Okay, it detects the taste. And finally, skin. It is having a kind of a receptor which is called as thermoreceptor. In case of a thermoreceptor, it is sensitive to touch. So obviously, if you touch a heat, if you touch a cold object, you are able to respond according to that. It is because the sensitive cells which is present in the skin consisting of the receptor, and these receptors used to respond according to that. Okay. So we have understood here the concept of the receptor. Now let us try to understand that how this process of the response and the stimulus actually work. So So, you see here students, basically what happened when we talk about the stimulus, actually the stimulus, whatever the stimulus is there, they consisting of an energy. Now, the receptor cells are which are present in our sense organs. So, these receptor cells, they used to receive these energy and convert these energy into impulses, into electrical impulses through the chemical reactions. Okay, now these electrical impulses will send to the nerves. What is the role of the nerve cells, student? Let me tell you. Nerve cells, these are the cells which basically used to carry the informations. Okay, in the form of electric impulses. So whatever the thing which is coming towards the nerve cell, it should come in the form of electrical impulses. So the stimulus, they are consisting of the energy. This energy will be transferred, will be taken up by the receptors, so which are sensitive to these stimulus. So they receive the energy, and due to chemical reaction they get converted into impulses. Now these impulses will be sent to the nerve cell. Which nerve cell? The nerve cell is called as the sensory nerve cell. Why it is called as the sensory nerve cell? Because this is the nerve cell which used to carry the information from the sense organ to the spinal cord to the brain of the body. Now brain and the spinal cord, they work together, they coordinate, and they used to give the information to the nerve cells that how the person have to react or respond to the stimulus. Now see, first of all, the stimulus provides the energy. Let me write it, students. What happened here? All the stimulus consisting of the energy. This energy will be taken up by this energy will be taken up by the receptors. It will be taken up by the receptors, and by chemical reaction it will be converted into electrical impulses. So these all will get converted into electrical impulses. Now they had been converted into electrical impulses. Now these impulses will be carried out by the sensory nerve cells. So these impulses will be carried out by the sensory nerve cell to the spinal cord and brain. spinal cord and brain of the body. Okay. So the impulses, actually what is the impulses consisting of? These impulses consisting of the messages, okay, the information. So the electrical impulses, the impulses which consisting of the message, it will be carried out by the sensory nerve. Now it reaches to the brain, to the spinal cord. Then these informations, now another kind of a nerve cell is there. So we can say here that another type of a nerve cell including another type of nerve cell including another type of nerve cell which carries the information from the brain and the spinal cord to the effector. Information from the brain and spinal cord to the effector. And what is this effector, students? These effectors are These effectors are none other than the muscle cells or the gland cells. Okay, so we can write it here. These effectors are muscles and are gland cells. Okay? Okay. So they used to respond to the electrical impulses. Now see here, students. Basically what happened, first of all, the stimulus is there. Our sensory cells which are present, our sensory nerve cells which is present in our receptors, the receptors used to take this chemical from the stimulus. These chemicals get converted into the electrical impulses which is carried out by the sensory nerve cell from the body to from the sense organ to the brain and spinal cord. Brain and spinal cord, they used to work together. They used to see what kind of a stimulus it is, and then they used to give the information how to respond. Okay, now this information will be carried out by another nerve cell. This time it will be not sensory nerve cell, but it will be motor cell. Another type of a nerve cell which is called as motor nerve cell. So this motor nerve cell used to carry the information from the brain and the spinal cord to the place to where the response to be given, and that particular place is called as the effector. That particular part is called as the effector. So who are the effectors? It is actually the muscles or the glands. Our muscles used to respond to the stimulus, and that is why we said that effectors are the muscles. Now the electrical impulses will come to the muscles, and the muscle used to respond according to the electrical impulses. This is how the process of the coordination take place in case of a human being, students. Now let us see the control and coordination in case of a human, which include the two systems. The first one is the nervous system, second one is the endocrine system. So, control and coordination in case of a human body, it will include the two systems, that is nervous system and endocrine system. Now, let us start with the first one, and that is the nervous system. So, human nervous system. This is the first one, human nervous system. Okay, now let us understand that what is the function of the nervous system. Function of the nervous system is to coordinate the human body. You see, everything is having its own function. Now the brain have to give information. You know that brain is the what? It is the master. It is it used to control our body. It used to give the information what we have to do. So he has given the information. Now to reach, the information should reach to each and every part of the body. This is the role of the nerve cell. So this whole nerve cell together complete or form a nervous system. So function of the nervous system is to control and coordinate all the activities occur in the human body. So it is what? The function of nervous system, the function of nervous system is to coordinate, the activities of our bodies. The activities of our body. The activities of our body. Function of the nervous system is to coordinate with the activities of the body. Also, it helps the body organs. It helps the all other system of the body to work together. Basically, its role is to control the activity of the body. Okay. Nervous system, it is not only responsible for controlling the activities which is voluntary, but even which we do not want it. Means, suppose students, a work which you are thinking to do, suppose you want to do cycling, or you want to do dancing or writing or reading or learning. So this is what this actually you are thinking to do that, and at that time the nervous system basically help you in order to do that thing. Okay. But it is not limited to that particular thing, but it also includes the thing which we do not think about it. It also helps to coordinate, it also helps to control the thing which we do not think at all, like heartbeat. You never think that your heart is beating, your heart should beat, or the respiration process. So this is what we can say, that it is not limited only to the thing which we want to do, but the thing which actually we do not think about it. So it used to help, it used to coordinate with both the things easily. Not only this, students, but it also used to give information from the one internal body to the other, means one internal organ to the other. Like how, suppose you eat anything, so when you keep your food inside your mouth, as soon as you had kept it, the information reaches to the brain. Now brain gives the information to the nerve cells, to the nervous system, that now the saliva should come out, and the saliva starts secreting, and finally it mixes with the food. So you can see here that the information is also given by the nervous system. So it is not restricted to the one which we think, but also which we do not think, and it also help in passing the information to the different internal part of the body. Okay, so we can say here that the human nervous system so the human nervous system receives information from the surrounding, receives information from the surrounding, from the surroundings, processes it, interprets it, and then responds accordingly. So first of all, it used to receive the information from the surrounding, then processing occur, and then it used to interpret, and finally the response occur. This is how the human nervous system work. If we are talking about the nervous system, we should know that what is the smallest unit of a nervous system, how this nervous system is formed of. So basically, you know that every system is made up of a cell to tissue, tissue to organ, organ to organ system. So this one is also made up of that basic unit which we call as nerve cell, and that is also called as neuron. So we should know the meaning, the structure, as well as how the neuron used to work. So we can write it that the unit of nervous system neuron. Unit of nervous system is neuron. So it is what? It is the basic structural and functional unit of nervous system. Structural and functional unit of nervous system is neuron. Other thing is, neuron is the largest cell of the body. It is elongated, divided into different parts, and these are what? These are the largest cell of the body. Okay. Basically, the role of the neuron, it used to carry the messages from one part to the other part. So from one neuron to the other, to the other, and this is how the information passes from one neuron to other and finally reaches to the respective side where it have to give this information. Either it can be brain or to the effectors. Talking about the structure of the neuron, so basically it is divided into three components and we will discuss this in the next class.